Welcome to today's video on climate change and environmental sustainability. Climate change is one of the greatest challenges facing our planet today, and it is important to understand the causes, impacts, and what we can do to address it. In this video, we will be discussing the science behind climate change, the impacts it is having on our planet, and what we can do to promote environmental sustainability. Let's get started. 1. What is climate change and what is causing it? Climate change refers to the long-term warming of the Earth's surface and atmosphere. It is caused by the emission of greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, which trap heat in the atmosphere and warm the planet. The main cause of climate change is the burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gas, which releases large amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Other sources of greenhouse gas emissions include deforestation, industrial processes, and agriculture. The burning of fossil fuels is the primary driver of climate change, as it releases large amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. When we burn fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas, we are releasing carbon that has been stored in the ground for millions of years. This carbon dioxide builds up in the atmosphere and traps heat, leading to the warming of the Earth's surface and atmosphere. Other sources of greenhouse gas emissions include deforestation, which releases carbon stored in trees and soil, and industrial processes, such as manufacturing and agriculture, which emit gases such as methane and nitrous oxide. Agriculture is a major source of greenhouse gas emissions, as the production of livestock and the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides can release large amounts of gases into the atmosphere. 2. What are the impacts of climate change? Climate change is having a wide range of impacts on our planet, including rising temperatures, melting ice caps, and more frequent and severe weather events. These impacts are affecting not only the environment, but also human health and well-being. Some of the impacts of climate change include: 1. Rising sea levels. As the Earth's temperatures rise, the polar ice caps and glaciers are melting, causing sea levels to rise. 1. This is a major concern, as it can lead to flooding, erosion, and the displacement of communities. 1. Coastal communities, particularly those in low-lying areas, are particularly vulnerable to rising sea levels and flooding. 1. As sea levels rise, the risk of flooding and erosion increases, which can damage infrastructure and homes, and disrupt the livelihoods of communities. 1. In addition, rising sea levels can lead to the displacement of communities, as people are forced to relocate due to the loss of their homes or livelihoods. Extreme weather events. Climate change is leading to more frequent and severe weather events, such as heat waves, droughts, and hurricanes. These events can have devastating impacts on communities and can disrupt the food supply and damage infrastructure. Heat waves, for example, can lead to heat stroke and other heat-related illnesses, and droughts can lead to crop failures and water shortages. Hurricane and other extreme weather events can cause widespread damage and loss of life. Health impacts. Climate change is also having an impact on human health. Extreme weather events can lead to injury or death, and rising temperatures can lead to heat stroke and other heat-related illnesses. Climate change can also exacerbate existing health problems, such as asthma and allergies, as it can lead to an increase in air pollution and the spread of diseases. 3. What can we do to address climate change and promote environmental sustainability? There are many things we can do to address climate change and promote environmental sustainability. Some actions we can take include: 1. Reduce greenhouse gas emissions. One of the most effective ways to address climate change is to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. 1. This can be done through a variety of measures, such as using energy-efficient appliances, driving fuel-efficient vehicles, and using public transportation. 1. We can also support policies that aim to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, such as the use of renewable energy sources. By using energy-efficient appliances and reducing our energy consumption, we can reduce our greenhouse gas emissions and save money on energy bills. This can be as simple as turning off lights when they are not in use or unplugging appliances when they are not in use. Using fuel-efficient vehicles and taking advantage of public transportation can also help to reduce emissions, as transportation is a major source of greenhouse gases. We can also support policies that aim to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, such as the use of renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, do not produce greenhouse gases when they generate electricity, making them a more sustainable option. By supporting policies that promote the use of renewable energy, we can help to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. 1. Protect and restore forests and other natural habitats. Forests and other natural habitats play a vital role in mitigating climate change by absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. 1. We can protect and restore these habitats by supporting conservation efforts and reducing deforestation. Forests and other natural habitats absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which helps to mitigate climate change. By supporting conservation efforts and reducing deforestation, we can help to preserve these vital habitats and the ecosystem services they provide. This can involve supporting organizations that work to protect forests, such as by donating money or volunteering time, or advocating for policies that aim to reduce deforestation. 1. Conserve resources. We can also promote environmental sustainability by conserving resources, such as water, energy, and materials. 1. This can be done through simple actions such as turning off lights when they are not in use, using reusable bags and containers, and reducing waste. Conserving resources is an important way to promote environmental sustainability and reduce our impact on the planet. By turning off lights when they are not in use and using energy-efficient appliances, we can reduce our energy consumption and lower our greenhouse gas emissions. Using reusable bags and containers, such as water bottles and shopping bags, can help to reduce waste and minimize our impact on the environment. We can also reduce waste by properly disposing of trash, recycling when possible, and composting organic materials. 1. Support sustainable agriculture. Agriculture is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, but it can also be part of the solution. 1. We can support sustainable agriculture practices, such as reducing the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, conserving water, and promoting biodiversity. Agriculture is a major source of greenhouse gas emissions, as the production of livestock and the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides can release large amounts of gases into the atmosphere. However, there are ways we can support sustainable agriculture practices that minimize these emissions and promote environmental sustainability. This can involve reducing the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, which can pollute water sources and harm wildlife, and conserving water through irrigation practices that use less water. We can also support agriculture practices that promote biodiversity, such as planting a variety of crops and supporting sustainable livestock practices. Conclusion: climate change and environmental sustainability are pressing issues that affect us all. By understanding the causes and impacts of climate change and taking action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, protect and restore natural habitats, conserve resources, and support sustainable agriculture, we can help to mitigate the impacts of climate change and promote a more sustainable future for all. Remember, every small action we take can make a difference in the fight against climate change. Thank you for watching.